King Charles cheerfully waved to royal fans and tourists today as he left Clarence House after returning from a short trip to Scotland with Queen Camilla, where they celebrated their 19th wedding anniversary. Pulling out of his central London home in his maroon state Bentley limousine, the monarch, who was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, appeared in high spirits. Excited royal watchers took photos of Charles as he passed, with many appearing shocked that they had been so lucky to get a glimpse of the king in real life. Charles and Queen Camilla had returned from their short stay on the Balmoral estate in Aberdeenshire last night. It was his first visit to the country since he revealed his diagnosis and sent shockwaves around the world. Whilst receiving treatment, the king largely stepped back from his public-facing duties, however, has continued to read his daily red boxes and have his weekly audience with the Prime Minister. In the coming weeks, however, it is understood Charles plans to ramp up his schedule. It comes after the king made an appearance alongside other senior royals at the Easter Sunday service at Sandringham, providing a much-needed boost to the British public coming to terms with both his and the Princess of Wales' cancer diagnosis. The king was seen shaking hands and chatting to those royal fans who had lined the nearby road, with many wishing him well, with one royal fan telling Charles never give in. On Thursday night, the King and Queen arrived at Aberdeen Airport from RAF Northolt in northwest London. On Thursday evening, Charles and Camilla travelled to Birkhall. They were seen heading to Sunday service at Crathy Kirk over the weekend, smiling as they drove past. Birkhall was the home of the late Queen Mother on the Balmoral estate and later came into the King's possession. It is 7 miles away from the castle and is where the King and Queen spent their honeymoon after tying the knot on April 11, 2005. The monarch, as with his daughter-in-law Kate, has not disclosed what type of cancer he is fighting. It is unclear if he has completed his care or is convalescing in between treatments as he visits the Scottish Highlands. Charles was previously advised by doctors to avoid any large-scale public events and visits to protect his health during a crucial stage in his treatment. Despite this, he has remained within the public eye, and it is understood that he will ramp up his schedule in the coming weeks. One insider previously told the Mail, "The idea of a monarch cloistered away just wouldn't wash nowadays and will only create damaging speculation about His Majesty's health." A source added last month, "While it is too early to confirm things, and, of course, it is relatively early in His Majesty's treatment cycle, the patient is positive, the doctors are optimistic, and the treatments are incredibly sophisticated." Before potentially taking more on in the public eye, however, Charles has retreated to the remote estate in the heart of the Cairngorms National Park. Queen Elizabeth used to spend most of her summers on the estate, horse riding or taking long strolls. It is understood Charles previously used the Birkhall retreat to recover from a corrective procedure after being diagnosed with an enlarged prostate while he was staying there. He also chose it as his honeymoon destination with Camilla after their wedding 19 years ago, and they spent New Year's Day there last year. The monarch is said to be so optimistic about his treatment that he hopes to attend Royal Ascot this summer, as well as some of the garden parties at Buckingham Palace that honour community and military heroes. The Balmoral estate has been home to the royal family for more than a century. Earlier this month it was revealed that the King will open Balmoral's interior to the public for the first time from July 1. Just days later it was announced that Buckingham Palace's famous centre room where the royal family gather before appearances on the balcony would open to the public for the first time. The decision to open both estates comes after the monarch announced he wanted to open the doors of official royal residences to the public. Royal fans went wild, with tickets to the Scottish estate, which cost between £100 and £150, selling out in less than a day, causing the website to crash. Those who missed out on the opportunity, however, are now in luck, as for the cost of £75 visitors will be able to take a guided tour around the London-based royal residence. Members of the public will be able to take a look behind the scenes of Buckingham Palace's East Wing, the front facade which faces the Mall where crowds assemble on major occasions to see the monarchy.